so excited to be here with you today. I am Kristyglass and I have designed a pattern. I had a beautiful baby shower coming up for a very special knitting friend, and we chose a theme of Harry Potter because she loves Harry Potter, and I wanted to encourage everyone who came to make something for the new baby with this theme. And I don't know when it came to me, but I think it was a combination of a few things. So I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I've read all the books, I've seen all the movies multiple times, and I just recently saw The Cursed Child on Broadway, which, keep the secrets, I can't tell you about it. I wish I could remember the moment when I saw what I wanted to make in my head, but I can't. But now it's a reality, so I can just talk about it. I knew I wanted to make a tutu, and I knew I wanted it to be sort of Harry Potter-ish in that it had some sort of element that seemed like one of the characters. So the muse I chose was Moaning Myrtle, and I thought about Moaning Myrtle in the bathroom, haunting the students, and what would she be wearing? And so I thought, I need a Moaning Myrtle tutu. Now I'm not gonna call it that because copyright. I think it's okay to talk about it as my inspiration. I'm going to call it the MOHAIR tutu because that is literally what it is. And so here, I want to show it to you. This is the baby version, and it just occurred to me that you could tie it on the side here, or you could tie it in the back. When I had my baby model it, my friend's baby model it, I tied it in the back. And I just love how it turned out because this mohair held singly is so ethereal. You can kind of see through it. It moves in a really special way. I loved using this beautiful indie dyed yarn as the waistband, and I love that it's very non-traditional. It's not like a ballet tutu that you might see anywhere in a baby girl section of a baby store. So I pulled out my Woolen Vine. This is a beautiful indie dyed skein that I got in her, was it 8 Days, or the 8 Lost Reindeer? It was her holiday collection, maybe the 8 Lost Reindeer. So this is one of them. I guess I can tell you, this was Donner. She named them after the reindeer. And so I did this for the waistband, and then this is a beautiful Legacy Fiber Arts skein, and the name of the color I will put here if I can find it because the tag has fallen out in transit, but this is beautiful bright blue mohair, and I just love this combination together, and I love how this tutu turned out. Look at it, this is it folded up. It's so fun. I feel like it's such a great piece for those photos that people take. It's kind of nice as a prop because it is a little baby, but I tried this on the 4-month-old that you'll see here in this footage, but I also tried it on a 12-month-old, and it seemed to still fit. So I talk about in the pattern how you can make it for a newborn size and then also make it for a toddler size. Now this one, I haven't woven in the ends, shame on me, but you can still get the idea, right? So this, it's very, look, so beautiful. It's kind of hard to see in this light, I have to say, but it's such a beautiful little tutu. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so let me show you what I used for this one. I returned again to the Woolen Vine 8 Lost Reindeer, and this is so sparkly, and it has just these little hints of color in there for the waistband. And then I alternated skeins from this Shibuli Silk Cloud. I think this color is called Castaway. Just have a little bit left. And then also this is the Annie Blatt. This is just the end of some Annie Blatt that I had that I got at the Church Mouse in Seattle with these sequins inside of it and sparkles. So you can maybe see there's a striped effect. See the striped effect there? Maybe, you know, you can actually see it well against my t-shirt. Can you see the stripes? So I like that added element, and it's, you know, they're the same weight of yarn, so it doesn't really affect the gauge at all. And so that's the toddler size because the baby has a big sister and she needs one too. I really feel like it could be a wonderful dress-up piece. You can't really wear it on its own unless you have something underneath, but nowadays they have so many fun, like printed short or long leggings that little girls wear, and I know my daughters, all three of them, were really into wearing a skirt every day. So just tie this on, there you go, you have your skirt, and I just feel like it could be such a wonderful dress-up piece. I'm really into imagination and dressing up and really child-led fashion, if you will, so I provide my children with pieces and I let them put them together every day. And I just love the idea that you can just tie this on. It's natural materials, beautiful. It's you know what it is? It's giving your children a tactile experience for their imagination using materials that mean a lot to you. And it's okay to tell them, this is made of wool, this is made of mohair. Wow, feel this texture, look at how different this is from the waistband. And everything has a moment for education in it, and we're really losing that these days with our screens. So I just think this, especially the set, especially if you have a little, various sizes of little girls in your life, I feel like it's a wonderful piece to give someone special in your life who you want to introduce to the fiber arts in a way that's really relatable, because children love to dress up. And so I especially, at least that's what I know from being a mother of girls for 17 years now, I've noticed a trend. They like to dress up, and they particularly like to wear little skirts that they can put on, or just any pieces. I mean, my daughter had a cape that she really liked. I wonder if this could be a cape. Actually, okay, so if we think about this in a Waldorfian way, so Waldorf is a style of education in which children are given a lot of wool, and they make these things called snails. So it's not a night cord, but it would be like a very long skinny scarf, very long, that you roll up, and then they just play with that. And it becomes all sorts of things depending on how they drape it, or how they roll it up, or how they hold it. And so if you don't want to treat this as just purely a tutu, it can just be a piece for the dress-up box. And look how I'm wearing it now. Suddenly I'm transformed into something else. Maybe I'm an alien. Maybe I'm a very regal girl from days gone by, right? So it can kind of become, I'm just honestly discovering this right now. It can kind of become anything you want it to become. And I could really see my daughters playing with it in this exact way, just based on, oops, there's a really long end I need to weave in. Just based on how I've seen them play in the past. Look, you can do it on the side like this, and you just tie it. So, oh wow, this is a lot more versatile than I even realized. So this is my pattern. I would love for you to support this pattern. It's called the MOHAIR Tutu. It is on Ravelry. There is a link underneath this video, and it has the size for the toddler and it has the size for the newborn. And I'm also going to give you a little instruction on how you can make the size customizable for anyone. And I personally love that the mohair is used. I feel like the mohair is what gives it its whimsy, and the amount of mohair and indie dyed yarn used is very little. So this is a total stash buster if you wish to bust your stash. And I even will include how many grams exactly I used so that you can have that as a reference point. And if you don't already have a scale for your yarn, I just want to encourage you to get one. I just bought a very tiny food scale on Amazon, and I weigh my yarn all the time to figure out how much I have left, how much of something was used for a certain project. Cannot recommend a scale enough, and that will be your friend when you're deciding how big or small to make your tutu. Thank you so much ahead of time for checking out the pattern and for purchasing it. If you're one of my patrons, you can go over to our Patreon page, and I have a discount for you today to purchase the pattern, and I'm sure I will be talking about it again. I actually want to make some more versions of this, so this will pop up again and you can see different color combinations and different versions that are coming out. It's going to be a really fun piece for you to give to those children in your life who love to dress up and love to be fancy on a whim. And I thank you so much for considering and for being here on Kristy Glass Knits. I designed something. See you next time. Bye.